I'm going to be working with the brand new layering edges and borders, brand new sets, 4 designs as I showed you, and I'm going to be looking at the leaf die set. I've already started cutting these, but I'm going to cut one live as such. By the way, everybody, side note for those who I spoke to about recently, I have got my new Big Shot switch. I'm very, very excited. It's a wonderful machine, honestly. If you're thinking about a new die cutting machine, this is absolutely fantastic. I love it. So I've been playing with that today, and that's the die cutting machine that I'm going to be using. But if I need to within that, I can use my shims. I didn't really think this through, everybody, though, because I'm going to be making a bit of a mess with this demonstration, and I'll still have lots of others to go through afterwards. So really, I should have thought about that, shouldn't I? And maybe done this demonstration last, but never mind. So let's take my pokey tool, and just within these, you've got release holes. Oh, I love that sound. I really do love that sound. So let me bring it onto the white and just start poking these pieces out. Obviously, if you have a brush, you can use that, it'll make it much quicker. I've just got my pokey tool with me. I'm not going to sit and pop all these pieces out. Obviously, as a true crafter or true demonstrator, I have got some of these pieces already popped out and ready to go. But look, you can see that design there. You just need to go through popping all these pieces out. It takes no time at all, and you'll have your clean piece. So let me just clean this away. Now, I did mention double-sided foam and the fact that you can die cut it. It's wonderful. Look at this. This is a piece of the CraftStash foam that I've die cut. This I can now easily glue a detailed piece like this down onto my card, because imagine trying to apply glue to the back of this. It would take absolutely forever. Now I can cut the foam with my detail die if I wanted to, and then I'd just have to sit and pop all those little pieces out. Okay, but I'm going to make my life a little bit easier and messier at the same time. I'm going to use, let's just get this the right way around. There we go. I'm going to use my foam, and I'm not going to cut the pieces out. I've actually used the solid die from the set that matches. I'm going to peel that backing off. Look how easy. I said to you, didn't I? They peel back super duper easily. So easily. That's why I love CraftStash foam. And I'm just going to place my die cut over the top there. It's sticking to my fingers, but that's fine. There we go. Now I've also got a backing sheet on here too. So when I'm ready, I can peel off the backing, stick it to my card, easy, done. But what I want to do before I do that is just move my card out of the way so it stays clean. What's a little mess between friends? Exactly. Aren't we all? Now I'm going to use my tidy tray for this in an attempt. I'm also going to take out the extra divider there because I want to use the whole tray. In an attempt to keep this next stage as clean and tidy as possible, because I'm going to bring in something that I've had in my stash for a long time, and that is a little bit of Gilding Flakes. Now let's see how clean I can keep this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press these Gilding Flakes into the little gaps in my die cut, and that's hopefully going to just catch onto those gaps and stick to those, because I've got that adhesive foam underneath. This just makes a lovely effect. And a little bit more. You usually, with Gilding Flakes, whatever the brand, and to be honest, I don't know what brand this is, usually you find that you don't need half as much as we tend to take out of the packet. So what I'm going to do is brush off the excess there. Try to gather up these larger pieces and pop them back into the tub as best I can. Not doing too badly at the moment at keeping it all together, but now I'm going to take a paintbrush, and with this paintbrush I'm going to squeeze the bristles to make them like really sturdy, and I'm just going to brush over this. Now can you see where I've brushed over there? And that's just leaving the Gilding Flakes in where that double-sided foam is underneath, in all the little gaps. This is also helping to just spread everything evenly, so if there's any little pieces I've missed, this will help to disperse it and fill in any gaps where I've missed with the foam, which I don't think I have. It looks like everything's pretty well covered. There we go, brush everything off. Not done too badly, have I, at keeping everything in the tidy tray? It's not so bad. Now I'm going to start putting this card together. What I've done is exactly as I just did for this middle piece, as you saw me do. I've done that with the fine one, the middle one, and the larger one as well. All exactly the same. So you can see you've got that lovely silver in amongst those leaves. How elegant and expensive does it look? And do you know what? I think the foam, the creative foam there, also helps to kind of make it look more expensive because it gives it dimension. Now, when I was cutting these out of the foam, the solid pieces there, I also found I had some offcuts. And so I'm going to use these too. So I'm going to put these also in between each of these shapes. There's a bit of gilding flake there. I'm going to have a little bit of gilding flake everywhere, I think, for quite a while. So I'm going to use those as well. Now, I've got an A5 cardstock, and I'm going to position these lovely waves just on top. Now I'm just going to peel back the backing. Remember what I said, that it peels back absolutely beautifully. And I'm going to position the first one. It just fits perfectly on the bottom of an A5 card, or the width of an A5 card there. Really lovely and neat. Then it's going to be, the next one is one of the silver waves. So I added gilding flakes to one side of this, left the backing on the other side. It makes a really quick and easy card. Just leaving a little bit of a white gap because that then gives us 3 colours within our waves. There we go, position that down, lovely. We've got dimension there as well. So we've got challenge to do both. I know it is a challenge to do both, Rena, it really is. I'm trying. Then I'm going to put the middle one down. This is the one that I've just done. Just created in front of you. So you saw how quickly that was put together. You can be making this card in minutes. You don't have to use silver gilding flakes. There's lots of different colours. If you don't have gilding flakes, you could use something like just some glitter would be fine if you've got flocking powder. And you know what? Have an experiment as well with embossing powder, just on its own without heat setting it. Well, you could heat set it afterwards as well, couldn't you? But experiment with that because that's lovely too. So I'm going to put those to, then I think I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to put this one at the top with the thin one. Let's see, is that right? Yep, make sure it all lines up with the ones underneath. And then I'm going to put the silver underneath that, so I've got a bit of a gap through the middle. Now, something else creative do for you, which again are essential products at amazing prices, are sentiment stamps and dies. And there again, we're not talking about the latest fashionable sentiment dies. We're talking about something that has longevity, something that's going to be used time and time and time again. So I want to put a strip through there. So you can see there, I've just used the Just For You and the black outline together, and that really stands out beautifully, doesn't it? Absolutely perfect. There we go, Just For You. It's even got some gilding wax on there. Gilding flakes even. There we go. So there's the first card using that creative layering edges and borders die set. There, look at that. I love that silver as well. Really utilising that foam too that you can die cut.